Hello, my name is Frank Heyl. I'm the head of exterior design for Bugatti, and today I want to talk to you about our new baby, the Bugatti Divo. So with this car, it's based on the Chiron. It'll be 5 million euros. We sell 40 pieces, all of them are sold. And this one is tailor-made a little bit more towards cornering rather than top speed. So we limited the top speed to 380, which we think is enough for most of the tracks. The car has much more downforce. We've worked with much more camber angle on the wheels to get more cornering abilities. Front and rear have more downforce in the front. We have a larger front splitter, we have bigger air intakes, better brake cooling, and on the rear we have the large wing and a bigger diffuser. All of that balances it to have a balanced downforce front and rear. And for the design theme, we've developed a kind of horizontal split. So you see the upper part of the car painted in matte is a more sculptural proportion, and the lower, more technical areas are kept in carbon fiber. So this divides the height of the car to make it look lower altogether. And we've reinterpreted the Bugatti line on the side. On the Chiron, it's a little bit higher. Here we've squeezed down to make the car look lower as well again. Yeah, and then we have the central fin, which is accentuated. It's a reminiscence to the Type 57 Atlantic, where the car was riveted together in the middle with this central fin. It's a reinterpretation of that theme, but here it serves an aerodynamic purpose, which is to calm down the airflow at the rear wing. So usually we see the air to waft from one side to the other, flowing over the roof. So this central fin actually enables us to split the airflow left and right and to have a really clean angle of attack to make the rear wing more efficient. The rear wing also moves, so it's got the air brake function, and it also has different angles of attack. So depending on which speed you go, the angle of the wing changes. On the rear, we have this one line that goes all the way from one side to the other. This is emphasizing the width, even though we have it quite fragmented, and we have these really three-dimensional lights, which in series production they will be able to be addressed pixel by pixel. So they will have a graphic running through them, also animated indicator changing from red to yellow. And then we have a larger rear diffuser, as I mentioned before. Yeah, and now we have on our coach building cars introduced. There will no longer be the EB on the back, but we will spell out the name Bugatti like this, milled from solid aluminum letters. We have this tear-off edge all around, which serves the purpose of aerodynamics as well. And then coming to the engine, the engine is again our 16-cylinder quad turbo. It's 4-wheel drive, 7-speed dual clutch gearbox, and it produces 1500 horsepower once again. And yeah, I talked about this really sculptural shapes before. I'm really proud of the way that the highlights run on this one. It's quite an authentic, if I may say, sexy muscle that really gives the stance of the car. And then yeah, coming to the interior, you see the driver's seat is kind of monoposto, separated color-wise from the rest of the car, so it's all focused around the driver. And all the materials that you see are real aluminum and real leather and real Alcantara and real carbon fiber. There's nothing that looks like something but that isn't. And then coming around to the front, we have a new graphic for the face of the car. The eyes are now vertical. On the Chiron they used to be horizontal, now they're vertical. We have these kind of two C shapes. We have a very, very narrow headlight. Which has the function of high beam and low beam in just 35 millimeters full LED technology, which is really, really slim. And yeah, on the front we have now these two additional brake cooling intakes. They go directly with a snorkel onto the brakes, venting the brakes better because this car is made for cornering, so accelerating, decelerating is a priority here. And then we have these special meshes as well, which kind of are shaped in the way that the flow lines come here. So if you are in the center, the meshes are just straight, and the further you go to the outside, the meshes are more and more and more opening up in the angle to be exactly in the same direction of the airflow. And also they're angled up because air that flows here is streaming at the car straight, and the more you come up, the more the air actually has an angle like this, so that's the way that the mesh is shaped as well. Here we have additional brake cooling intakes, and obviously we have a much larger front splitter, as I mentioned before, to aero balance the rear wing. And we also have this additional vent here now that releases part of the pressure from the frontal horseshoe and creates more downforce as well. Just like these lamellas here, as I've mentioned before, we now take in more air, and this air goes into the front wheel arch and otherwise would kind of pump up the front wheel arch and create lift, which we don't want. We want downforce. So we're releasing the pressure here through these extra fins. We have the tricolor on the side, obviously, but this is for every customer to spec for themselves. Whichever nationality flag they want to have on there, it's obviously down to them. And yeah, we have some extra air outlets here, also venting the front wheel houses. And yeah, this is pretty much the Divo.
Yeah, thank you very much.